WCDX News, honoring Black history with this moment of hidden history.
Many historic African American burial grounds are lost to history, forgotten, or ignored, or even paved over for parking lots. Two African American lawmakers want to reclaim that history for future generations.
They've introduced the African American Burial Grounds Network Act. The bill would provide federal recognition and support to identify and preserve these sacred sites. Bree Jackson has more in tonight's Hidden History.
Hidden in this wooded area in Washington, D.C. are the remains of Civil War veterans, former slaves, and other African Americans.
This cemetery has so many stories in it, so many personal stories of why we are who we are right now in the District of Columbia and in the nation.
Mary Belcher and a team of volunteers have documented nearly 8,400 African Americans buried in this undeveloped land. Belcher says they're lucky they found these artifacts, or these remains might have been erased from history like so many others.
African American cemeteries disappeared under office buildings. They got covered over by parking lots.
Like here in North Carolina, where residents believe they found a burial ground for slaves near a booming housing development. Federal lawmakers want to see these sacred grounds preserved.
There is no American history without the history of African Americans being told, and this is part of the ability to tell that story.
And Congressman McEachin is sponsoring the African American Burial Grounds Network Act. The bill would provide grants for research and restoration of the historic sites. Belcher is pleased with the legislation, but she says there's more to be done.
It's not going to replace the hard work that communities and grassroots organizers have to do to find and preserve the cemeteries.
Supporters hope the legislation shines a national spotlight on African American cemeteries and ensures they are not lost forever. In Washington, Bree Jackson.
And if you'd like to find more information on this story or other hidden history stories, just log on to our Rocket City Now app or website.